Hello, this is Michael J. Emery. I want to share a pretty simple idea with you. I'm not an internet marketing guru, and I definitely don't have anything to sell you in this video, so you can just sit back and really consider what I'm going to share with you. Over the past year or so, I've dipped my toes into online promotion of my business, and I'm a personal development trainer, one of those NLP and hypnosis guys who really wants to make a difference in this world. And sure, I sell some great audio programs on Amazon MP3 and through my own attentionshifting.com website. So I've been trying to get a handle on online marketing. One of the things I had noticed after taking some of the online marketing training programs that are out there, I learned a lot, but what I noticed was a drastic increase in scarcity marketing. And from a communication perspective, marketers have used the excuse that scarcity marketing works simply because it triggers the lowest denomination of human behavior and motivation, namely fear and the avoidance of loss. And it's a fear of what other people might think of someone who doesn't have XYZ product or service, whether that's a car, toothpaste, deodorant, whatever it might be. And the avoidance of loss means missing out on what hypothetically might have been had a person purchased what's being sold. And you're totally free to disagree with me here, but I personally believe that it's this sort of marketing that's at the heart of the financial crisis that's hitting our economies. And you can think about this for yourself, but there are a lot of people out there who have felt compelled to purchase something they don't really need or want, and what they're actually seeking to fulfill is an emotional state, and that's what's being sold to them. It's not the product or the service, but it's an emotion of comfort or security or happiness or something along those lines that the product tends to portray as the end outcome of the use of the product or service. So I use the term decade and decade marketing. What's a decade? A decade means a group of 10. And if you can remember all the way back to geometry, it's a Pythagorean term. And in those times it was used to represent a whole figure because it includes all of the numbers below it. And it was used to signify perfection, and today we still use it in this way. I came up with this idea, and it's nothing new. It's kind of just a brainstorm that I had. I think I was actually trying to go to bed, and it just kind of popped through my mind, so I had to write it down. But perhaps it's a great way to take an organized approach to how you use Twitter. Most people use Twitter for a few reasons: random miscellaneous updates, networks, and promotional reasons. And there are a lot of applications out there that are essentially trying to create more visibility for your network and carry your message out in a way that is natural and isn't natural. For those people who are using Twitter for business purposes, go ahead and try this. I found that when I tweet a promo with a link, I get an immediate 1% click-through when I use Bitly to track it. Then over a couple of days it might go up to 2%. And it really depends upon your message and how relevant you are to your followers, but I recommend that you start using Bitly to track any links that you promote on Twitter, just so that you can see how many people are clicking through the links. And here's the thing, if you're watching this, you probably have or will have messages that are important for you to get out to the right people. In the past, there always seemed to be this dichotomy between quantity and quality, like you had to sacrifice one for the other. But when you use decade marketing, you're going to have both. All it requires is that you create your own circle, and I say keep it around 10 people, just as the name implies. Spend a little bit of time getting to know these people. The strength is in the network, and you're going to be retweeting their important messages and passing their messages onto your decade marketing circle. Again, you're the gatekeeper, so what you retweet better be congruent with who you are, because it is a reflection of you. So go ahead and create your own all-star list. You probably won't have the people in your all-star list, but defining who they might be will give you a better understanding of what categories you'd like to retweet. You could have just one category for health, and then find 10 like-minded people to create the group. Or if you wanted, you could have a bunch of categories with groups of 10 people in each of those, and you could do as many as you can manage. Keep it on the simple side though. Now, your 10 people agree to go find their own 10 people to create their Decad marketing circle. And if you do the math, it's pretty simple here. 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 10 by 10, all the way up to 1 million exposure points. And I did a graphical representation for this here, and here's my visual for it. It does look like some Far East mystical dream, but you can see how this network will spread out. Pretty cool, huh? So, ask yourself, what would be different if I could tweet one time and have it echo 1 million times throughout Twitter? You could probably do a lot more with a lot less, huh? You might find that it could only take minutes for your important message to get out. And if you can see the power and simplicity of this, set up a system. Get your circle. Tell them you're going to direct message them regarding all your upcoming retweets and how many retweets you're going to be willing to do per day or week. If you did 1 retweet per week with a network that was 5 deep, you'd have 1 million exposure points. Retweeting is pretty easy, and I'll show you a cool way to do it in a way that removes a lot of clutter. Don't just copy and paste their message, instead personalize it and use the VIA format. Don't pollute the Twitter sphere. Instead of RT, retweet, at Mikey Shift, download some of the best coaching MP3s at this link, put in your personalized tweet. I really like what these coaching MP3s do. Insert the link and use the VIA function, parentheses VIA at Mikey Shift, to show that it was an original tweet there. And a lot of people think that the only way to get their message out there is to try to hammer it through the same network again and again and again, and that's simply not the case. You want depth, not frequency. If you want to send your message one time and have it be retweeted into as many networks as possible so that the right people it applies to will have a chance to see it and then act, then you want to start to apply Decad marketing to what you're doing with Twitter. So what do? Share this video with 10 people that you want in your group. Use the VIA at format to retweet it. Retweet the original bit.ly link and ask those 10 people to help you get your message out. Agree on your system and then tell them to find 10 more people. Some people might feel intimidated. It's not for everyone, and some people have a hard time collaborating or accepting help. It's their stuff, not yours. And believe me, it'll be easy to find 10 people who get this and see how it will help them tweet less and do it more effectively. So this is one of the times when I do encourage discrimination. Your group has to align with your values and beliefs. So go befriend 10 people and ask them. If you have any questions, comments, or have a category idea, direct message me at Mikey Shift. Be amazing.